G Life. It's your boy MC Shadow back at you with another video. Make sure you guys like, comment, and are subscribed to the channel. That's how you help my channel get into the algorithm. You know, I highly appreciate it. Check out the playlist where my videos in their folders. And don't forget to check out my second channel, Man in Society, M.O.D, where we talk about stuff outside of the streets. But what I wanted to get into was, I've been getting asked for the past weeks, right, about this individual, right? But I didn't know who he was, right? And I was just backed up with so many other stuff that I didn't have the time to even look into him, right? So, you know, people were sending me, even certain individuals kept sending me the same messages, right? What are my thoughts, and to talk about this and talk about that, and what do I think about this and that, right? So first of all, I didn't even know who he was, but it wasn't until the homie, but he told me to shout him out, so you already know, homie Lefty from Primera Flats. He told me to watch the video, right? So I scoped the video out, and I wasn't going to talk about it until, you know, there was a part of the video that I seen that caught my attention. So this individual, I'm not going to speak about the politics or if he's good or if he's whatever people saying he is and stuff like that, because one, I don't know him, right? So I can't speak on what I don't know. Two, when it comes to the other side, you know, the Northerners, I'm a Southerner. What business do I have messing or meddling into their affairs or asking paperwork for, on their side, or cleaning up their side, or you know, woo, like, hey, bro, are you a Southerner or are you a Northerner, bro? If you're a Southerner, what are you doing in their politics, in their mix? See, people have to understand, in YouTube, you have different people from different sets. You have gangs, you know, from Arizona, Texas, you know, New York, Chicago, that are Hispanic gangs, right? Or Northsiders and Southsiders. And the thing is that not all the gangs run the same, right? So they don't have the same rules. So, well, you might be considered a no good over here, is different over here, and this and that, vice versa. People are trying to put all these neighborhoods in one basket and try to apply the same rules for all of them, when that's not how it works. There's a reason why there's different organizations for these Hispanic gangs. Stop trying to put, you know, it all as one universal rule. That's not how it works. And it's always being done by those who are not even from the streets. It's ridiculous. But, so I'm not going to go into, you know, what's his standings in the streets and everything. This is the internet, bro. If you want to find out all that information, you want to play those games, get your ass to the streets. Because doing it on here, bro, trying to patrol the streets, some goofy stuff. He had said this one thing where he said, see, that's why, you know, us and the Southsiders, you know, we could relate, you know, from down here, and why we just don't understand you guys. You guys mean the upstaters, right? Saying that's why the Norteños and the Sureños are cool with each other, and we understand each other, but we don't understand the upstaters. That was a very interesting comment, you know, that I heard. It left me scratching my head, right? So before, you know, jumping on and doing a video, I decided to, you know, talk to my homies, right? You know, we're gonna kick it and, you know, record something either way. So, you know, hey, Kyle, you know, chopping it up, right? And you know, I brought it up, you know, hey, what do you guys think about this and that, right? And I played the clip. And so, you know, got their perspectives and stuff like that, right? And, you know, and seeing, you know, how it aligned with mine. And that's one thing that people say a lot, and I never understand, right? When they say that us and upstaters, that we're different or that we don't understand each other, like, there's no division, bro. Even though they're considered upstate, it's just to let people know that they're homeboys from Northern California, right? It's not to try to separate but they're upstaters, so they're just like bootleg or not as real as the southern ones, or they're separate, or that they're less of, or they're just in training or whatever. Those are shit that's made by, or said and spread by, people who are not gang related, or who are from neighborhoods that these people beef it with. Because honestly, bro, I'm gonna be 100 right here. In Southern California, we don't think about upstaters or Northsiders, or Not because we don't care, or whatever. It's just that the conversations never get brought up, bro. We're over here talking about, just shit that's down here, and virus, maybe around the area, you know what I mean? Or somebody's mentioned, from certain location, but the topics are not getting thrown on the table, bro. No one's talking. No one's just kicking back, drinking, and being like, "Yeah, it's all about the hood, homie." Hey, but what do you guys think about the upstate homies? The homies that are in upstate. What do you think about those? My boy, ain't nobody doing that, bro. Nobody doing that. Ain't nobody talking about Northern California. Just like, I'm pretty sure in other areas, in Texas, I'm pretty sure those Hispanic gangs will get together and being like, so what do you guys think about the Southerners? Like, bro, they're just worried about what they have going on. They're not worried about the fucking big picture of shit, Over here worried about, hey, fool, what about the enemigos? Hey, they rolled, hey, they got Castillo. Oh, yeah, hey, we're going, we're worried about what we got going on. We're not thinking about, like, well, instead of worrying about the enemies that just shot us up, well, what do you guys think about the opposition that's, like, about, hundreds and hundreds of miles away that we're probably not going to encounter? You know what I mean? We are aware that there's upstate sureños down here. We are aware of that. We are aware that they do their thing. To what extent, we don't know, but they do their thing because they're up there, right? But to say, but them fools are phonies, them fools are lame, them fools are fake, nobody is saying that. How are we gonna say that if we don't even know them vatos, dog? Like, when we're told that there's upstate homies in that city, oh shit, that's crazy, that's right. That's it. That's as far as the conversation goes. Like, hey, damn, fool, I went to upstate for Northern California, and I went to, Santa Rosa, and there was homies there. Oh, serio? Damn, that's crazy. And that's it. That's as far as the conversation goes. Not because we don't care, we're not interested. It's just that we got other stuff, going on. It's just, well, I don't live up there, so it's like, why keep asking questions? You know what I mean? So, this thing that we see them as less or imitation or that they're not the same or that, like, how are you going to be a sureño and banging it in, this city or that city? No homie is saying that, bro. And we don't think that that's weird. There's LA gangs that, spread out, like Florence, 18 Temples, Primeras, Viennese, Wifins. That's, all these different gangs that spread out to different areas, right? Texas, Colorado, Oklahoma, Utah, right? That are from, Tepas, Tortilla Flats, right? That have, clicas in different other states, right? And nobody's saying, like, and they're recruiting people that are from those states, and no one's saying, like, hey, how you gonna claim an LA gang, living in Colorado? No one's saying that, bro, because the hood is not about the actual physical location, right? It's about what it represents, right? The brotherhood and, family bond that you guys have, right? Looking out for each other, backing each other up and and being righteous, right? It's not about the actual physical location, even though each area has the, blocks and everything like that, because, people move or they could demolish it and put like schools there or whatever, right? Doesn't mean that the neighborhood dies out now because they gentrified or they, knocked down the area, right? Where you guys hanged out, right? Because now this neighborhood just got and moved to a different area and started, banging there and spread out there. Multiple vitals have gone through that process. So to say that, how certain neighborhoods, there's like, where's that street at? It's like, that street's located on the opposite end of town, but they, remodeled it, so we moved down here. So, but they're still banging the street that was down there because it's what it represented, right? It's what it symbolizes. It's not about the actual physical location. So to say that a homie, up there is weird that they're banging that up there, it's not weird at all. And I'm not just saying that because they're the homies and I'm a homie. It's just because in the streets, that's just how it goes. You know what I mean? It's kind of like your last name, you know what I mean? You represent your last name wherever you go, right? It's just like homies will represent their barrio no matter where they're at. And like I said, in general, all of this is pointless. You get nothing out of it, stay in school. And I'm not just saying that, I really mean that, right? So overall, I disagree with that saying. I don't understand why people, tend to say that the upstaters are weak or we just mean them. Like, no, because it's all one thing. It's all the same thing. And we don't see them any less of. Shout out to all the real upstaters that do their thing. You know what I mean? Like the homie Playboy 1300. Go subscribe to his channel and check out his music. And all the other homies from up there. But that's why when people try to say that that we understand each other more as these individuals, trying to isolate them individuals is kind of like, oh, I don't know about all that. No offense to the northern. I'm not saying as like in an offensive way. I'm just saying that I don't understand why those comments are made. Everyone should get their respects. And like that, it just sounds like there's still some animosity or some bitterness to it. And it's like, but if you're changing your life around and you're bettering yourself, then why resort to those tactics? You know what I mean? I talk to upstaters, right? I talk to upstate homies, and they never bring up the north side, bro. Like, we talk about music, we talk about, like, yo, how's it down there, and just like we crack jokes, but they never. Well, then again, I don't ask about the north siders, and they don't bring them up. So it's not like the first thing that they do is like, yeah, man, F these fools, and we're not talking about them. We're just not, we're talking about other stuff, bro. And that's the honest truth, bro. But yeah, that's just what I found, strange, about that video. That for them to be trying to be, outcast like that is, I was just like, huh, you know. But that's overall my opinion, and I asked, homies what they thought. Yeah, we're pretty much on the same boat, bro. The upstate homies do their thing, and nobody see them as weird or think that they're weird because they're banging that up there. But I'm just saying, and I don't never have to lie, bro. That's the honest truth, bro. Believe it or not, it's irrelevant. I'm just giving overall, my opinion, the conversations that I had, and how it really goes. You don't have to like it. You know what I mean? I'm just saying. Shut up, we out.